right, you ready?
Okay, ready.
All right, Elevate Soccer, this is Take 5. This is Hector, and I'm here with a special mom, a soccer mom.
Hi.
This is Ashton, Ms. Reeves. Welcome to Take 5.
Thank you.
First of all, let us know who you are and let us know a little bit about your family and soccer as well.
I'm Ashton. I'm married to Brad. We have 5 kids. Crazy, but fun and wild all the time. And our oldest is 9. She's Ava. And then 8-year-old is Ellie. 5-year-old is Austin. 4-year-old is Annie. It's hard to keep them all. And then the last one is Carly, and she's 2.
And 2.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I only have 1, and I'm telling you, I already have a hard time managing 1, so I can only imagine 5.
It's wild.
You know, I get my kids involved in soccer because physically it helps them, and character, it builds character. Soccer builds character.
Definitely.
And so, and plus I enjoy watching them play.
Oh, yeah.
So that's huge. And I wanted to interview you because I see how positive you're with your kids. And so I want to thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
First question, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so with multiple kids involved in soccer, in school, and family life, what's your secret on staying organized and managing such a busy schedule?
Okay, that's a great question, and I'm not a pro by any means. I feel like I'm constantly learning what works for our family and what doesn't work for our family. We're pivoting here and there if something's not working, but something practical that works for us is we have a shared calendar, my husband and I, and it's on our phone, and anytime we get a tournament date, a practice date, a game, event, anything, it goes on that calendar. And so we see it, okay, what's tonight gonna look like? Okay, so these ones have practice. Are we able to get them there? Do we need help? Do we need a friend? Do we need a family member? And we can see what our nights are gonna look like. And we can also prepare like for a tournament or a weekend where it's gonna be busy. We're gonna be all different places. And so that's really been beneficial for us to have and to keep us on the same page, because if my husband and I are not on the same team, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be all over the place. Wow. So is this a Google Calendar?
It's on our iPhone. It's the Apple Calendar, and you can just share it. And on it you can send an invitation, and so he has to approve it. So he has to see it, and he sends them to me, and it really helps us stay on the same page and know what's coming to stay organized.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it was his idea. I'll give Brad all the props for that
well,
one.
that's awesome. Yeah. So organization with a calendar.
Yes, definitely.
And you know, being a parent, trial and error. It's something that works, right?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Finding what works for you, and if it works for a little bit, but then it doesn't work, pivot. You know, there's tons of options out there, but just finding what works best for you and your family to help keep you where you need to be on time as best you can.
Perfect. All right. So second question.
Okay.
So, like I told you, I've seen you here, and you're so positive towards your kids and the team afterwards and before. And so during this soccer game, you know, as it gets intense or, you know, it doesn't go the way you planned.
Right.
How do you keep that positivity?
Yes. Yeah. I grew up playing sports. I love sports. I'm super competitive, so I do try to stay positive and just cheering for them and like supporting them. Not just my kids, but all the kids that are out there. You know, we're a team, and we need to celebrate each other. We need to cheer each other on. The coaches are great at the corrections that need to be made. So I try to just have positive cheering. I don't know what's going on, you know, I don't know the coach's plan, and I'm new to soccer, so I really don't even know the game enough to be telling them what to do, but I feel like my job as their mom and their teammates' friends' mom is to cheer them on.
Cheer them on.
Yep, and only positive things coming out, not telling them, oh, you should have had that, or you should have been there. They know that. They don't need to hear it. So
that's awesome. Well, like I said, I love that. And experts say that, you know, kids going out there, there's a million things going on already, you know, through their head and through their mind. So, you know, hearing positive things, you know,
Right.
that's a huge
Oh,
that
definitely.
thing for them, especially there.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So third question. Okay, after the game, okay, how do you motivate your kids if they win or
Right.
lose? How do you
Yeah,
motivate them?
That can be really tough. After every game, win or lose, I greet them with a hug and tell them good job. I want them to know that I love them. It doesn't matter if they win or lose, as long as they go out there and try their best and, you know, are honoring to their coach, to their referees, to their teammates, work hard for their team, show up for their team. You're not going to make every goal, and that's
Right.
okay.
Right.
But I want them to feel a big hug from me, and then, you know, later on, after the emotions have, you know, calmed down and maybe a few tears are shed if they've lost a game or something, we can talk through it.
Right.
And, you know, maybe talk about things that we could have done differently, or, and if we see things that maybe they could have done differently, we'll bring that to their attention. But then we also try to follow through on our part in getting them out in the yard and working with them, and not just saying, you know, you could have done this, but show them.
Show 'em.
For example, my husband noticed that one of our daughters needed a little extra help on her throw-ins, and they were out there in the yard this week working on it, and she had a great throw-in at her last game. So it's, you know,
Just the simple little things.
simple
that build-
things, and you know, you want to support them with your words, but your actions too. You know, be there, have their back, support them, help them grow as a player, and their skills and their development.
It makes sense.
So yeah.
My son is always saying, "Hey, let's talk about what happened. You know, let's break it
Yeah.
down," which is what they want to hear.
Right,
They want
yeah.
for us to break it down for
Oh
them.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great answer. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. It's, you know, we have a goalkeeper, and that's new for us, and she's doing great. And it's so hard. I know the pressure that she feels out there, and you know, she had a game where 3 goals had gone in, and you know, you talk about character building for soccer.
Right.
That right there, sports provides so many opportunities for you and put you in situations that you necessarily don't get in
Right.
every day. So for her to be in that moment, down 3 goals, I could see the look, like she was getting defeated, and it's like, no, I have to be here for my team. I have to show up. I can't give up. I have to
Right.
push through. I have to let that go. And it really, I mean, I think it just builds such a strong character for them to carry on throughout their whole lives.
Right.
In
Yeah.
every aspect, because life is going to get tough, and you just have to push through.
You have to push through.
And we've seen another one of ours that hadn't played like the whole first half of the game, and it was like, you know, you can't be upset in that moment, because you just have to wait for your turn. You
Right.
wait for your moment and your chance, and you go out there and work hard. When they call your name, you go.
Right.
And he got out there and scored a goal, and that was just really good to see, because it's moments like that where, you know, they're really learning and learning the skill and the development, which is very, very important, but also learning I'm a piece of a puzzle in this team.
Right.
And everything's not about me, you
Right.
know? It's not about what I want or my feelings all the time. And it's good for them to know and be a part of something bigger than them, and see what can I do to get my team where they need to be.
Right. So, all right. So, since I was, you know, a little kid, there was
Yeah.
always snacks and, you
Yes.
know, food and drinks after the game. Or there was a tradition where, you know, the parents made the tunnel and they went through.
Yes.
Okay, so what is your favorite, as a soccer mom, what is your favorite
Oh, my
snack
goodness.
or tradition
my
that you have
goodness.
seen?
Okay.
Or that you have made? Or
Okay. So as far as snacks, I'm not gonna lie, I am usually a Target pickup mom. Whenever it's time for when I see my name on the list of snacks, and that is usually how I roll in with the snacks. But I've seen some of the cutest little ideas from moms, and they do a great job with that. And my kids love the goodie bags at the end of the games whenever they are able to get those. But as far as like traditions, you know, maybe that's something that I can work on and think of to help with our crew, and like a fun little tradition. As far as like something within our family, just with us, we have kind of developed this little thing when they're on the field. I like to give them a little thumbs up,
Thumbs up.
and like that, and then they look at me and give me this smile, and I feel like it lets them know like, mom's here, mom's cheering for you, I
Right.
love you, you're doing great, and here's my little thumbs up for you. And their smile just, it makes it all worth it. All
Right.
the traveling, all the practices, all the money, like it's just like, okay.
It's for
like,
those moments.
Yeah, those moments.
Those moments.
Those are really sweet moments.
And believe it or not, I see that a lot from
Yeah.
parents. Like there's a person that I know, and if he hears this, he whistles.
Oh yeah.
And so he has a specific whistle,
Aw.
and so when his kids hear that whistle,
yeah.
they know it's
Aw,
him and
that's sweet.
that he's there, you know. So
Yeah,
I bet
yeah.
every parent has their own little
yeah.
thing. So
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
That's pretty cool. Okay, being a soccer mom, you know, parents were learning and, you know, managing everything
Right.
around us is
Right.
already difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. So soccer moms, you know, they have this extra, you know, part to carry, being organized, like you said, and being on time for practices and getting everything ready, shin
Right.
guards,
Yeah.
you know, shoes, make sure they have everything.
Check the bags, yes,
Right,
yes,
everything.
yes.
Okay, so for anybody coming into, you know, being new at soccer and, you know,
Yeah.
becoming a soccer mom,
Right.
what is the best advice that you could give them?
Okay, the best advice for a new soccer mom, because that wasn't me. I mean, that was me not too long ago. We dove in hard with soccer. My kids love the sport, so we live, breathe everything soccer. So, I mean, really, if you don't know the sport, like I didn't know the sport, learn the sport and learn it with your kids. That time that we spend together, learning more about the game, learning players, being out here together, enjoy that time together. Do it with them, grow in that with them. It's such a sweet time, and it's a learning curve. But I would also just encourage you to dive into the soccer community, especially here at Elevate. I've made so many friends that cheer my kids on. I cheer their kids on. They help me. They help me get from practice to practice sometimes, or bring me a kid if I'm at a different game. You need each other. You need the other moms, and you know, and repay that favor to them if you're able to. Like, hey, do you need so-and-so to? Do you need help with so-and-so on this day? Or, you know, it's a great community, and we've been so blessed to be a part of it. And I'm so thankful for it. And I would really encourage you to just enjoy that time with your family. Dive into the community, and it can get so overwhelming. When I feel myself getting overwhelmed, take a deep breath, ground yourself, and just remember to take it one day at a time. Sometimes it's 1 hour at a time. Sometimes it's one game at a time. Like,
Right.
it's just one moment at a time. You're gonna make it. You're gonna do great. You're gonna cheer for your kids. They're gonna see you. They're gonna love that. That's gonna build a confidence in them, and a special bond. So it can get overwhelming, but just one thing at a time. Just go from one thing to the next thing, and you will make it, and it'll be such a sweet season.
That's awesome. This is for all the soccer moms.
Yeah.
We do appreciate you, you know, having your
you.
time and making time for us.
Yeah.
Especially talking about busy schedules.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here at Take 5 and being here at Elevate Soccer.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing, because,
Thank you.
you know, some people might not notice, but I noticed that you're really positive towards everything, and
you.
I love that, and
Thank
we need
you.
a lot more of that.
you.
So soccer moms out there, if the struggle is real, which is real,
Yes.
hey, take it at, like she said, one moment at a time, one
Yes.
day at a time,
Yes.
and you can do it.
Yes, you can
Yes.
do it. We always have a big bag of toys if you see us up here.
There you go.
You can come play with our toys.
Well, thank you so much for listening, Hector, and this is Ashton Reeves. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take 5, and we'll see you on the next 5.